All right, now back to one of our top stories where National Police Commissioner Fani Masemola called for a multidisciplinary approach to address the country's illegal mining crisis. Masemola visited Stilfontein and Sabi, where retrieval operations for scores of illegal miners is continuing. He maintains that police will continue to clamp down on illegal miners as they resurface from the disused mines. Well, let's get some perspective now, and for that we're joined by Blessings Ramoba, who's the CEO of the Mining Forum of South Africa. Mr. Ramoba, a good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us. You know, over the past few weeks, we've been following the story of Operation Vala Umgodi at Stilfontein, and now a crisis that is playing itself out in Sabi. And I think one of the big questions for me would be whether or not we're likely to see many more of these sort of conversations taking place about other disused mines in the country.
Good evening to you and to your viewers and listeners. Thank you for inviting me. As the Mining Forum of South Africa, we believe that the issue of illegal mining in the country is a crisis. And what we see right now in the news with regard to the situation at Stilfontein and also the situation in Sabin Mpumalanga is just a tip of the iceberg, because we believe that everywhere in South Africa, especially where mining is happening in the country, in the provinces, illegal mining is dire. What we see is nothing compared to what we know on the ground in terms of illegal activities that is happening. We've got a lot of mining activities that are happening. If I can just give you statistics, we've got about 4,000 shafts, mining shafts that are not rehabilitated, that which one can go and start doing illegal activities. And more surprisingly is that, these mines that are abandoned today, when we go to check who are those people who are doing these illegal activities, we found that these are foreign nationals. And most of them are illegal in the country and running from their own countries due to their own circumstance situation that they are facing in their country. For example, the Zimbabweans and also the Mozambicans are the ones that which we find, people from Lesotho. These are a group of individuals that which we see when we look in terms of the case studies that are happening. People who are dominant in terms of illegal activities, especially in the mining sector. So if we want to curb these illegal activities in the country, the government has to prioritize the issue. It goes back to the issue of border control. That's number one. Number two is the issue of rehabilitation. I told you that we have got about 4,000 of these shafts that are not closed all over the country. And now the government now has to prioritize in terms of, closing these shafts, making sure that no one is allowed to go there. And the only way we can do that is through, rehabilitation and having this. And again, not only that, in the meantime, let's have a police force, police unit to be established, probably by the president to do that. And but if they are willing to, if there is a political will to do that, a police unit that is going to be dedicated to deal with the illegal mining in the country. But more importantly, we need to close these mining shafts that are not rehabilitated.
I'm crunching the numbers in my mind, and I'm obviously not going to get to any sort of number, but seeing a sort of figure that would be astronomical, and that is, you've got 4,000 disused mine shafts in the country, and in the past few weeks alone, 1,000 miners coming to the surface in Stilfontein. At some point, we were talking about possible 4,000 that are still underground, and there's, a back and forth around how many miners could be there. Police saying it could be, 300 to 400, or it could be 4,000. But I'm thinking then about the numbers of illegal miners that we possibly have in all of these mine shafts in the country.
It has been said that there's about 30,000 in total, according to the recent studies that which were done or conducted. That about 30,000 illegal miners in South Africa. That's the number that we currently have. And we need to start working on that. If I can tell you where the problem began is that if you will recall that during apartheid, a lot of mining companies used to mine and just leave, the mining shafts the way they leave them open as they are. But it was only in 2002 when the MPRDA, the Mineral Petroleum Resource Development Act, came into practice around 2002, that 2004, that you needed to, now as a miner you have got responsibility to start doing rehabilitation as soon as you are done with the mining activities there. And so for the new mining companies that which are currently mining, it's good that they're accountable to make sure that they do rehabilitation. But those old mines, we don't know who are the owners, and apparently even the Department of Minerals, they don't know who are those previous owners of those mines, which now the responsibility lies with the government to make sure that those mines are closed, because that is not even safe for our children. If I can tell you, there's a lot of illegal activities that are happening also in these shafts, that some people, even children, are taken to go and work in these mines, illegal mining activities, and some of them, they're kidnapped, human trafficking, and more worse, even the communities where these mining illegal activities are happening, is that they terrorize the communities, they go around with guns, and so on and so on. So communities where these mines are, they are not even safe, if I can tell you. So the government has to take this as a responsibility, an urgent matter, to make sure that we go on Operation Valam Godi, as they say.
Yeah.
But they should intensify that to make sure that those mines are closed and we don't have illegal mining in the country.
Two things here. There's the issue of, with Operation Valam Godi, the humanitarian aid, requests that have been made for beef, for instance, by the illegal miners in Stilfontein, food being sent down in the form of, I think it's Mageu recently, and some of the other requests that they've made, requesting ARVs and such. What do you make of that? And if that really speaks to desperation of illegal miners, or illegal miners that are understanding that they have a little bit of negotiating power here?
Yes, they do. I think we've given them so much freedom that they even, have the audacity to even ask for that. I can tell you, we are becoming a country that does not have law at all. The priority was supposed to be for them to come out of the underground, not for us to be sending. Initially, look, we had a call to say the government must assist them to get them out of the, of those pits underground, and also to provide food and all these necessities that they need, but for temporary measures. But now I think they have taken it too far, that, they make even those love letters to us, sending those love letters that they demand more things from us. Really, we cannot be harboring, criminals like that. What they need to choose whether they want to come out of underground or we leave them like that. Look, these are illegals, more importantly. We have got South Africans who are suffering in the country that need our help, and we are taking our resources, allocating elsewhere. That is we cannot even accept that. It's not acceptable at all. We need to make sure that, we curb all these illegal activities. But thirdly, if I can tell you right now, is that, it's not only that situation that which we see there by Stilfontein. Sabi now is another thing that which emerged. But yeah, I can tell you that's not the only situation we have in the country. We've got a lot of illegals that which some of the cases we don't know, that some of them, they're even trapped underground, they die without us even knowing. But I can tell you that, these are guys that, they are very organized in terms of their operations.
Yep.
They've got technology. We don't even know who are their masters.
Yeah, this is going to be an ongoing discussion then. Blessings Ramoba, the CEO of the Mining Forum of South Africa, saying what we see at Stilfontein as well as Sabi in Mpumalanga is but the tip of the iceberg.